Welcome back to the group chat.
Nathan Marshall with the Crusaders. Scott Robinson. Scott Robinson.
Close, rep straight off.
Conor McGregor, Israel Adesanya, John Jones, GSP, Anderson Silva.
Welcome back to the group chat. And Phil, we're coming off a blockbuster weekend, rugby-wise. How did you go? What do you make of the weekend? More so that All Black South Africa game. We'll get into it later in more detail, but whew, talk to me.
Yeah, rugby, NFL, league, massive scores in the NRL, massive upsets.
Yep.
Warriors lose, Springboks lose. Wasn't great. Multiverse wins, massive. Thanks for coming. NFL, some crazy games actually. Some crazy clutch wins too. I think overall it was good. Max Verstappen winning by 20 seconds or something stupid. Too clear.
Have you seen the
some issues with McLaren?
Yeah, you've seen those?
Yeah.
Piastri and Lando favoritism or a little bit of push and shove on the McLaren side, but
it's only fair, mate. It's only fair. Think about the points.
Yeah.
And then Max just like laughing at them.
Yeah, that's so funny. I literally just saw something before and it was over Max's team radio and it was like, Max is so far ahead. He even had time to chime in on his thoughts on the McLaren situation. And he's just like, yeah, whatever, you know.
He's like, oh, wow, because of a slow pit.
Yeah.
And he just like crack up. And then Oscar was like, I don't really understand
yeah,
why we have to do that, but whatever. If that's your decision.
Yeah.
It is favoritism. I can understand it. Like, it wasn't Lando's fault that it was a slow pit, but surely you want your fastest driver going ahead anyway. But anyway, it didn't matter. 20 seconds difference. Who cares?
Yeah. Paul McLaren. They're still freaking miles ahead in the Constructors' Championship.
Yeah.
It really is just a battle between the two of them and who's going to take out the drivers' one. I've got some news for you from around the weekend. And the first one, it's an interesting take on it. Kevin Peterson, he's coming under fire from Kiwi rugby fans. Have you seen that?
I saw his tweet, yeah.
Oh, you have seen the tweet?
Yeah.
So
it's a very Kevin Peterson tweet.
It is, and he loves to be controversial, and I kind of rate it. But calling out Tupou for celebrating when he turns the ball over. Celebrating like he's just won the World Cup. What does he mean by leave that to the other teams? Are the All Blacks not allowed to celebrate when they do something good?
I don't know what he means by leave that to the other teams. Is he talking about like NFL teams like celebrating?
Yeah. I don't know.
Emoting and...
Because it kind of felt like he's like, leave it to the other teams, you know. Are the All Blacks not allowed to celebrate when they do something good? What about when Artie turned the ball over with 2 minutes to go?
Yeah, I noticed he didn't reference that, obviously, because it was a massive point. I don't know. It's just Kevin Peterson. And I also think he considers himself an Englishman anyway, so he's...
Yeah, lots of people attacking KP around his...
He's always an outspoken individual, so...
They're like, oh, what's the South African doing playing cricket for England, but cheering on the South African rugby team, you know? It's like, you can't pick and choose, mate. People were going after him for that. Yeah. A few people were agreeing with him, though. More so, people were against him. Yeah. I like it. Celebrate your big moments.
Yeah, I think so too. Every turnover is important. And the All Blacks had 7 turnovers that game.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Huge.
The counter-rucking was huge.
And you pump yourself up, you pump your team up. Like, come on.
You should be.
You should allow to have some emotion in the game, especially in what is the biggest test match from last World Cup final.
Massive occasion. Everything mattered in that game. Yeah,
absolutely.
You want the passion. You want it.
100%. KP, piss off.
Yeah, cry about it.
Next one, the All Whites. So they lost to the Socceroos in the Soccer Ashes on Friday night. They have now gone 524 minutes, nearly 6 full games without scoring a goal against the Socceroos.
That is insane.
They go again tonight at Mount Smart.
Almost 6 games not scoring. It's poor.
Can they do it tonight? Can they break?
They can. In that first half, that, as I said to you, they look like the better team.
Yeah.
They genuinely look like the better team. Chris Wood had a good opportunity as well. In that first half that I watched, All Whites looked like the better side. So
everything I'm hearing
have their
is
opportunities, and they certainly can.
The All Whites were the better team all round, and the Socceroos had maybe 1 or 2 half chances and took them. That's the difference between a 1-0 loss, essentially. Hopefully at Mount Smart tonight they can get the job done.
Yep.
Chris Wood putting on a goal for some fans would be nice.
Yeah, more.
And then the third piece of news, the Premier League obviously had the week off, but the Hall of Fame shortlist. You know there was a Premier League Hall of Fame?
Yep.
The 2025 shortlist was announced overnight. David Silva, Jermaine Defoe, Edwin van der Sar, Cesc Fabregas, Eden Hazard, Michael Owen, Yaya Toure, Michael Carrick, Patrice Evra. There are a couple other, but they are the big names. How do you feel about those guys going on the shortlist for the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Every one of those deserves it?
Every single one.
Fair.
There wasn't a single name there that made me stop and go,
And be like, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Patrice Evra in particular. Oh.
What a goat Patrice Evra was. Yaya Toure.
Yaya Toure, yep.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Nah, he was. Yaya Toure was the man.
Yeah.
Using him on FIFA 15, bro, he was unbelievable. Eden Hazard.
Yeah. Also, his charm was goated. As much as I hate Man City.
Yeah. Michael Owen. I was just watching the Michael Owen talking about how he was a better player than Rooney. He was on the Rio Ferdinand podcast. Better player than Rooney at 17, 18, at a younger age.
Oh, right.
He put a tweet out about how at 17 he scored 18 goals in the Prem, 1 Golden Boot. At 18 he scored 18 goals in the Prem, 1 Golden Boot. Was the youngest ever Ballon d'Or winner, youngest Ballon d'Or nominee going through the ranks. And then he's like, I was the better player than Rooney, and I was watching Rooney's response to it. In fairness to Wayne Rooney, he was all class about it. At 17, 18, yeah, he was a better player than I was. Obviously, injuries held him back. I was growing up pretending to be Michael Owen on the streets despite him playing for Liverpool. I hated Liverpool as an Everton fan. But you can't compare our careers.
No.
Essentially, is what he got around to saying in a respectful way. Wayne Rooney or Michael Owen for you?
Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney all day.
Fair dinkum.
But he's always class. Even when Tom Brady tried to rip him out as manager, his response was like, that's all right. He doesn't understand football yet. He'll come around.
Yeah.
Like, he was real chill about it. It wasn't,
which is crazy because if someone comes into your room while you're trying to coach and do your thing and tells you you're doing it all wrong.
Some American who throws balls says,
oh boy,
this guy doesn't know soccer.
I feel like that's such a valid, if you're ever going to crash out as a head coach, it's such a valid reason to crash out.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rugby Championship. Is this the best Rugby Championship we've seen in a long time? I'm guessing not for you because South Africa are at the bottom of the table.
No, but it is. It's definitely one of the more competitive ones I can remember. Apart from when, like 2 years ago, Argentina getting that win over the ABs. But yeah, when you're looking at that table, 2 games played, each team had 1 win, 1 loss. You know how, like, both South Africa and Argentina with minus 15 in the points differential with 2 losses each. 10-9, 5-5. It's bloody close.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievably competitive, even with the way the Springboks started at Eden Park towards the end of that match, making it a competitive game.
Yeah.
Almost stealing a draw. Aussies could have gone for the draw, but they decided to actually, no, this championship is so competitive, we need the full points.
Yeah.
And they went for the line, which, speaks to how competitive it is. It's good.
Yeah, on that, I love that call to go for the win rather than settle for the draw, because I do think for either of those teams, if they're a sniff of winning the Rugby Championship, you can't win it with a draw.
Yep.
You need, like, you could settle with a draw and be like, yeah, let's get out of Townsville with, what do they get for a draw? A point? 2 points? 1 point?
Must be a point.
A point? Let's get out of there with a point. You know, we haven't lost to the Pumas. That's great. Carry on. But now,
2 points.
Balls to the wall. Let's go get a win, a kick for the corner, back our forwards to do it. Love it. Because you can't, if you have a draw in this competitive nature of the Rugby Championship, if you end with a draw, you're not, I don't think any team will win the Rugby Championship if you have a draw. I'm going to backtrack that sentence because I think if there was a draw in that South Africa All Blacks test, one of those teams could still go on and win it. But for Australia and Argentina, if they want to win the Rugby Championship, they can't have a draw in there.
Yeah.
No way. Did you watch both games? Obviously a double header. The curtain raiser, Argentina, Australia.
No, I just watched the highlights of the Argentina Wallabies game and the end of it.
Yeah.
The end of that game as well. But they were playing, I think already by halftime, we were already like making our way to go watch the ABs.
Mm.
So, that kit was nice too. You seen that alternative kit?
Yes.
Argies are wearing?
Yes.
Oh, it's cool.
Super nice. I actually said that while watching it.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing.
What was your question? Did I watch both games?
Yeah. Did you go the doubleheader? Nah.
No.
I had it on and off the Aussie game between the Shield match as well with Canterbury, Southland. But the Aussies went down at halftime. They had to mount a comeback, and Harry Wilson is leading that side very well. Suoliti had a double.
Back-to-back tries. Yeah.
He is playing out of his mind too in that 13 jersey.
So, yeah, especially the way that Argentina started. They're up like 21 points to 7 halftime. That's when we checked the score. We're like, oh, it's game.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not game. We've seen Australia come back before, and they did fight back. Surely back-to-back tries. RG's receiving that yellow card in the 60. Then all of a sudden, it was like 21 apiece.
Yeah. Unreal.
And then, obviously wanting to showcase their comeback strength and had no interest in the draw and then get the try in the 85th minute. 85th.
Was it 85th?
85th.
Couple penalty advantages in there. They decided to go for a tap after the line-out was unsuccessful, and then I think they got another one and they did go back to the line-out. But I like that. You've got more chance of securing a tap than securing your line-out, especially against the Pumas side that are probably pretty big and strong on the forward pack, and you don't have every chance in the world for the Wallabies to roll over.
You have someone like Santiago Carrera streaking the ball as clean as you like.
Yeah. I think
big kicks from that man, and it's like Pollard against the Wallabies. It's just guaranteed points every time he goes for the tee.
Just automatic off the tee. So the All Blacks obviously get out of Eden Park. The streak continues there with the Wallabies showing the grit and kind of determination they're playing with, and the willingness to go for the wins, kick for corners, go for wins, score tries. That Bledisloe Cup game at Eden Park is going to be massive in, 3-4 weeks' time. Holy. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
But let's go to that All Blacks South Africa game. Initial thoughts of how it all went down. Did it live up to expectations?
I think so, in the form that, yes, the All Blacks keep their record, and it's ended up, by the end of it, being a competitive match. It didn't start how I would have expected it. Springboks struggling in the first half. It was unbelievably messy. The rain was pouring down, and All Blacks really just capitalising off unforced errors from the Springboks. It was just a bit disappointing from my perspective. However, on the flip side of that, starting early, scoring early, Narawa with an insane cricket dive catch, slipping under the Uncle Villy, and then selling a disgusting dummy. Chiz and Colby went to go pick up a hot dog and a beer, and have a sit down.
You may have a hot dog.
Oh, take a seat. Unfortunately, I feel bad for him with the injury and everything, but this is a great start from the ABs, and I think just overall it was just a bit messy, a bit
first half.
But the emotion was there, the atmosphere was there, and then Springboks, it was good despite the yellow card and everything, wanting to fight back and try to get back into the game, almost leveling it. I thought actually there's a chance there's going to be a draw here, and then Ardek Savio on its 100th seals the game with a disgusting turnover of 1 of 7. I think they had that game. So ultimately, the forward pack again, the All Blacks, was the key outlier. They fronted up, they out-rucked, they counter-rucked, they mauled well.
Yeah.
The only outlier was the scrum they lost off their own feed, which was a wake-up call for them, I think, and then they snapped back and continued rolling on as they had all game.
How often do you see a scrum like that happen? Because I don't think I've seen one like that.
And so against the play, so against everything how that game was being played out, and it just...
It was almost
nowhere,
like
there's the threat. There's what...
Oh my goodness, brutal. The timing of it. The Springbok 4-pack just nailed it.
Yeah,
what they did, push them 5 meters back off their own ball.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was
shock.
That was crazy. And then I thought, like you, there was going to be an equaliser down there, especially on the back of that scrum. Line out, maul it over. Let's call for another scrum. But the All Blacks actually fronted up. They won a scrum penalty back in the South African half.
Yeah.
Not long after that as well. So they responded well. I thought the other area where the All Blacks had the edge was actually the kicking game.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, so
The kicking game, yes, apart from the 50-22 that Pollard hit, because that was clean as day.
but Bowden had a 50-22 as well, didn't he? There were two 50-22s.
I think he did
game.
clap back with a 50-22.
But that Pollard 50-22.
It was perfection. Like, that is centimetres.
Yeah, you couldn't have kicked that any better to get that past D-Mac. And D-Mac, I think, is the reason why we won the kicking game, because he diffused most things that came his way from the South African air raid.
It was very solid.
That we knew was coming.
Yeah.
He was good.
That one mark in particular was
his
incredible.
timing was just unbelievable. To get up there, and they must have done what we suggested during the week, and that is just collect highballs with noodles in your face. What the fire hose on here as well.
Something the Springboks didn't have was get the hose out. I'm like, God.
Nah, Rassie said
butter
they didn't
around the
expect
ball.
the weather, He came out and was like, we didn't prepare for the weather to be this bad.
Yeah.
But also, you'd think the players should be able to adapt.
You should be
because they
practicing
weren't great under the high ball with a slippery nap.
I mean, even if our lineouts, the ones that we did win, and just throwing it to Grant Williams, he couldn't catch it. It was just like covered in butter. They really struggled in that first half.
All right, the ref. Because I felt like watching that game, especially towards the end, I was like, this ref is doing everything in his power just to keep the Springboks in it.
That's crazy.
It felt like it was so against the All Blacks, against the run of play.
What?
I agree with you, because you're about to say it was inconsistent. I agree with the inconsistency of the referee, but I'll let you have your stage. You're going to argue the other way. Let's hear it.
I don't know. To say that it was favouring the Springboks is crazy. I think just overall, it's not the reason why the Springboks lost, like by any stretch of the imagination. All Blacks were just better. They played better in the rain. Springboks came back a little bit in the second half, but I think the inconsistencies didn't help whatsoever. But I mean, you're a Chiefs fan, you're an Arsenal fan. I expect bad takes from you, and that is another one. I just think, it's just inconsistent, man. I think about those professional fouls, Quaha Smith being yellow carded, and the All Blacks committing professional fouls, not being penalised, not being carded for it on the same side. You have questionable forward passes, and you go, all right, that's fine. We'll take the forward pass call. That's all good. Let's play on. All Blacks do two very forward passes. I got the Kiwi bros all around me. They're like, no, that was forward. Linesman not saying anything. Ref not saying anything. I go, okay, that's fine. Obstruction call. All right, that's fine. And then it's just a couple moments like that when you have these professional fouls, these forward passes. If you're gonna call
it one way,
you've got to call it, especially when it looks worse. It could have just been the camera angle. You had two clear forward passes there that looked far, far worse than what we were given. Yeah. And it's just inconsistencies like that that kind of just disrupt the game.
From memory, there are forward passes going both ways that
only one was picked up.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there was a couple where I was like, that's forward. The
ones over the top that are just floating, and you're like, oh, dude.
We were watching and we go, all right, let's score here, but let's get 5 phases before we score, because then they can't go and check the forward pass, because I do agree that was forward. But forward passes get missed all the time. I feel like there's chances where you're just like, that's forward, and it just play on,
So if you're calling, these tight calls, these tight passes that are forward or either flat, it's up whatever interpretation the ref has decided, you then have to carry that for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
and it's just like an in or out, and it just doesn't happen.
The forward passes are more so on how the ref sees it. Like with all the other calls, the TMO kind of has a word in it, the touchy gets in it, and yes, the touchy should probably be calling more forward passes, but the ref, if he's there, he sees it clearly forward, he's going to call it. If he's not on the right angle to see it, if he's not right there in the action, I think it's pretty tough to call. So I think the forward pass that he did call for South Africa, he's right there. He sees it happens right in front of him.
I think it's fine. It's fair enough. Just carry that on. Same with the foul plays. Carry that on.
I reckon
stuff like the obstruction, that's just unlucky. Well, whatever. Whether or not you go through that gap, it's fine. But I just think overall, the calls just felt inconsistent.
The one off the kickoff? There was that
I can't remember. I think it was
kickoff
Dialendi
as well.
Got on the way. There's a bit of miscommunication, but we didn't impede that line. We didn't cut through it or anything. And I think it was just called obstruction play. And then we were all like perplexed and confused.
One of the moments that you mentioned earlier, not just now, but was it Malcolm Marks when he was...
Oh, the line out.
The line out?
That was confusing, especially at the bar when we couldn't really hear what was going on. We're like, did they not nominate how many players? That was just after. That was the 50-22 as well.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was that line.
I think you're right, yeah.
And we're like, sweet, they're getting set up, they're walking towards the line. And then the next thing we looked up, there was a penalty. And it's not just me in a green jersey. Everyone around me was confused. Obviously, it didn't help. We can't hear what's going on.
I absolutely loved that moment because I thought it was for balking where he's going like that. He's not sure what the call is, and
Couldn't
he gives
hear
it
the
the
call.
I can't hear. And I immediately was like, this crowd is insane. The atmosphere
Was
is
there
there.
a warning? Was
What
there even
about
warning
the-
to hurry up? I didn't. Like,
So,
we heard nothing.
Is that what the penalty was for?
That they
Taking
took too long.
So I thought it was the balking because he's there going like the Tokiaho one in Argentina 2 weeks ago, the balking, you faked the throw.
Well, we had to message someone on the group chat that was watching the TV, and they said because he took too long.
Right.
So I would have to go back and watch the whole game to figure out what that was. But we were perplexed. Right after the 50-22, like, right, change of momentum. Wait, we lost the ball. It's a penalty. Okay, sick. All good.
But if it was, he can't hear it, he doesn't know what's going on. I absolutely loved that moment. It made me think, I'm there
That's good.
on the PlayStation playing College Football 25 when that came out. And when you're at an opposing team's stadium, the stadium pulse is so loud. As the quarterback, you've got no idea what's going on. All the lines are squiggly. Shit's going on in your ears.
Yeah.
And you can't execute what you
Rain
need to do.
pouring down.
That's
It's
exactly
already
how I
tough.
felt for Malcolm Marks. I was like, he's got no idea what's going on. And that is because the stadium is electric.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
It was unreal.
And it's
the
also funny
atmosphere.
because he's like there with his cauliflower ear.
Yeah,
It's
like, what? I can't hear you.
I can't fucking hear.
Well, I probably can't hear anyway. That was insane.
The lineouts were good. AB stole a lot of lineouts. I think Springboks stole a couple as well.
Yeah.
It's a good match. I think that it was the battle of the forward packs again, man. It was really good.
Yeah. And if you go through anyone's player ratings on the game, the forward pack for the All Blacks outclasses the back line for the All Blacks in every facet of the game. The forwards won that game.
Yeah.
To go back to the original, did it live up to expectations? I 100% think it did. 1,000,000%. I would go watch that game again.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I would have loved to be there.
The energy
Unreal.
was there.
Should we do our 3-2-1s for the round?
Yeah.
I hope you've got a little bit of variance in there because it was just hard for me
There's
not to put
variance.
3 New Zealand players in there. So do you want to hit me with
Pretty
your
close.
one?
Yeah. Santiago Chocobares, number 12.
Barriers, what a name.
This guy, I think he's been outstanding all championships so far for the RGs. He's a staple in that side.
Yep.
I don't know who he reminds me of at centre. I can't pluck it right now, but every time I watch him, he stands out. And his line break led to that first try. It's the cleanest line you'll ever see. He's elusive, distributes the ball when he needs to.
Yeah.
Solid defensively. He just always stands out. He's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the headgear. I don't know. But
And the name.
When I
Because
watch-
whenever he touches the ball, you always hear Chocobares. And it's such a notable name.
And it's him making a break.
Yeah,
it's him
true.
cutting through the line. He's just hit the cleanest line of all time. I just think he's a staple, much as like Pablo Matera in that team.
Yeah.
Kind of need them. So yeah, he gets a point.
Sweet. Like I said, I tried to get a bit of variance in there. So I'm going to go for Harry Wilson. He didn't have the greatest game, but I think to lead that team to a win from a comeback, have the kahunas to kick for the corner and go score a try to win it.
Yeah.
I think just the overall leadership gets him a point. I really wanted to put D-Mac in there. I mentioned it earlier how well he diffused everything that came his way, his timing. I thought he was the main reason why the All Blacks were able to defend South Africa's kicking game so well. But with him not being a starting player, I decided to give the 1 point to Harry Wilson because
It's
D-Mac's come off the bench.
a mindset thing too. That it's the second time now Wallabies have fought back for a win.
Yeah.
From behind, a decent margin too. So
He's got that team building that winning culture that want to win.
yeah, definitely a fight back.
Number 2 for you.
Number 2 is Rusty Erasmus for putting the team list out on a Monday night, making 7 changes, bringing
sir.
Fussy back into the team and resting Uncle Villy, letting him have a sleep in. Adi Savia, 100th deaths, crucial turnover to win the game in the 79th minute.
Yeah.
On a time where South Africa had all the momentum. They just got back to 15 men again. You're like, oh,
Here it
we
comes.
might be tied up here. Not
Here
the
come the
case.
world champs.
Not the case. Adi clutch all day, every day. And also like the post-match stuff, seeing like
Oh, class.
pure class between Sia and Savia and his family and Jesse Creel, the captain,
I thought Jesse
showering
Creel
him
spoke
with
super
Springbok
well.
gifts. He did, and he does. Certainly did a lot of the crew at Marisburg College, a good, solid. I don't know. They always like to present themselves as being well mannered, and being able to, no matter what happens during the game, always after the game, it's always.
This is where
the
Jesse
respect of the
Kroll's
game.
school.
Yeah, Jesse Krill, yeah. But anyway, regardless of because this is like probably the most fierce rivalry that exists in rugby.
Yep.
You don't get anything more fierce than this.
Yep.
And to have a moment like that after the game between the families and between Sia Khaleesi and between Artie and have Jesse Creel say his nice words as well. Just like, here's all this gift.
Yeah.
That's crazy. After such a historic match.
After the war.
The emotion that
was.
has happened. To have something so, I don't know, it feels like sentimental, that moment. Anyway, Artie Savia, 2 points.
Same for me.
Like, you talk about like role models and you talk about kids looking up to people of the game. That was the moment where you can have an all-out war and then have that moment afterwards. Isn't it incredible?
100%. And for all those reasons, I agree. Artie Savia, 2 points for me. And I talked about that Malcolm Marx moment with the crowd being electric. Oh boy, to have a moment where you win the ball in the 79th minute, 78th minute, turn it over on the line, and you get up and you go, this is my house. The crowd, everything is all for you.
At the Fortress, on your 100th.
Oh my, I just gave me goosebumps talking about that. Like, imagine you put yourself in that shoes and that is your moment.
You are sealing the game.
How unreal is that? And that is what Artie Savia has done constantly throughout his career, and he did it on his 100th in the biggest moment at the Fortress against the world champions. Honestly, if you were to script it, you probably couldn't script it any better than that.
No. And somehow, Mrs. MVP on the Sky Sports.
What are we doing? He's not one of the top 5 players?
Crazy.
What a joke. Your 3 points.
Tupavai. Ooh. Monumental. Obviously got Kevin Peterson fired up as well, which is always good. Just raw motion, good defensively. Great at the line-outs, great at the rucks, great at the mauls.
Yep.
Put in a shift in the number 5 jersey.
Yep.
Starting to think him and maybe like a Fabian Holland are the way to go for the ABs. Those two just seem like staples, although Fabian Holland didn't start.
Scott Barrett, unbelievable though, actually led from the front for the first time in a while again. I think the pairing, him and Tupou, were unbelievable in the locking department.
Yeah. And just being disruptive, I think.
Yeah.
Really got the Springboks fired up, and that's exactly what you want. So.
Yep, disruptive in the line-out, disruptive in the line-out maul, and the
turnovers.
ruck. And I think just his emotion, his energy,
yeah, man,
that KP hated so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Just brought a lot out of South Africa, out of the All Black squad as well. Good to see him in the number 5 jersey
Good
too.
energy, yeah. Especially when he's been playing, 4 tests at flanker?
Yeah.
All series,
Just
and
to
to come in and do that straight away.
Yep. I had Tupou in there as well. For that reason, I'm going to go for Simon Parker. I thought he was a stonewall on defense. Unbelievable tackles, just standing guys up. Again, disruptive at the breakdown. He is just a big body. He was huge, and I thought to come out and do that against South Africa with his how much inexperience he's got in terms of playing international rugby, to step up and deliver on that occasion, huge. So I'll give my 3 points to Simon Parker. Talking about that also just made me think of Finlay Christie. I thought he stepped up and did a job in the number 9 jersey for the most part. Thought to walk into the fire against South Africa at Eden Park, you've been the 3rd choice halfback for the last 6 to 18 months. And to walk in and actually say, nah, I think this is my chance. And I reckon he's probably earned a spot over Cortez Ratima once Cam Roygaard's back as the number 2 halfback.
Yeah, it was really good game, really solid game from him, really. You couldn't fault him. I wouldn't say it was a standout, but he did everything he needed to do.
Yeah, nothing special.
You couldn't pick him out.
Yeah, apart from the red hair flying around.
Yeah, well, that's true, yeah.
All right, NPC time. I said the Wallabies Argentina game was on at the same time as the Shield match. Canterbury get the Shield for the 17th time, and it feels like everyone's hating it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone cares apart from Canterbury. Yeah. Anyone's unlucky Southland, but you got rolled over, as was expected. Yeah, to be honest, as much as you would like to fairy tale it, Canterbury are just that good. this season. So,
have you seen the pathways? It can end up back in Southland. There is a chance for the Stags to get it again.
Well, when you're losing 54-14.
So, who the heck can beat Canterbury? Because they are unbeatable, scoring points. Oppositions can't score against them. Who beats Canterbury? Have you looked at the schedule?
Who have they got next? Tasman. Wow.
Tasman losing to Auckland on the weekend.
They just gave Auckland their first win of the season. Well done,
It's
Auckland.
so sad, man.
Just
I want to see Auckland go winning.
Yeah, just North Harbour now to get their win.
Tasman, Otago.
You know what? Probably up until this point, Taranaki was scoring for free. Bay of Plenty, they had a bit of a slump, I would call it. They came back big time.
Massive.
Over Taranaki. So it's those two teams for me at the moment. It's Taranaki or Bay of Plenty to get a win over Canterbury. But it has to be Bay of Plenty full strength, and it has to be Taranaki on their A game to beat a side like Canterbury. So
you're saying if they make it unbeaten through to the finals and face Bay of Plenty, because they've just got Taranaki to finish.
Yeah.
And
it's heading that way for me.
Oh, real? If you look at the table?
I don't know. I can't say what happened to Tasman. I didn't watch that Auckland game.
No, neither. I didn't end up going.
And they also had a last-minute win over Otago, so it's not decisive by any means. So it's Taranaki and Bay of Plenty.
Yeah.
I
reckon Otago will get up for that Shield match against Canterbury in 2 weeks' time.
Yep. They will.
But do they win? Not sure.
Canterbury Tasman, don't think so. Canterbury Otago, don't think so.
What I could see happening is, because it's a Shield game. I was going to say by the last round,
Canterbury
Taranaki, yeah, they rest players. They've already locked in the number one spot, but it's a Shield game, so no way.
How about Manawa 2, the Turbos, beating Waikato as well? Oh.
It's such a good competition, man. Teams win from anywhere.
It's the GOAT comp.
It's so good. And Hawke's Bay beating Wellington.
Northland beating Hawke's Bay.
It's just North Harbour to get off the bottom of the table. They do have 2 points though. That's good. Losing games by less than 7 points, getting your bonus point in there. Well done. I'd really wanted North Harbour to beat counties. I wanted North Harbour to beat the team.
Close, and they almost did 19 all.
Yeah.
Big kick to ice the game.
Yeah. Should we do NRL real quick, and we'll go on to our like it or love it for the NFL?
Yep.
All right. So the Warriors, they have the Panthers, and it clashes with the All Blacks test on a Saturday. Now, I was going to ask you this before I knew you had tickets, but what game would you be watching if you didn't have tickets to go?
Yeah, it's All Black Springboks all day. It's crucial for the Rugby Championship. Unfortunately, Warriors haven't been playing like a top 8 side recently, and the Panthers have. A little bit different, I think, if we finish top 4. And we've been playing well. I think
looking like a top 4 team.
This last 2 or 3 weeks have been a bit demoralising and just ultimately frustrating to watch. I would rather see Springboks try and get a win over the ABs, keep the Freedom Cup. It's a bit more important. A win here probably dictates whether or not we stay in the comp or not, considering how competitive it is. I think we'll struggle to win the championship if you lose in Wellington. So the 7 changes and everything, I mean, now I can be at the game and have it on my phone. So it's the perfect scenario.
So you're going to... Okay, let's talk through your Saturday plan. You're going to be wearing your South African jersey.
Yep.
You're going to go to a pub before...
Get charged more for a beer.
Get charged for, instead of paying $12 for a beer, you'll be paying 15. Yep, sweet. And then you're gonna wait till 6 o'clock when the Warriors start, watch a little bit at the pub, or you're gonna go get to the stadium early and watch on your phone?
I think we'll probably, as much as I want to watch the under 85s in the curtain raiser, I think we'll watch the bars at the bar, see how the first half goes.
Yeah.
Make our way down, mosey down.
At halftime?
Either half-time or the first 20 minutes, we'll see.
Depends
how the game goes, honestly. But it could be huge.
Yeah.
If anyone can do it, the Wasps can do it. The Wasps can get up. But
how do they beat the Panthers then? If they are going to get up, how are they going to beat the 4-peat Panthers?
Well, you need to stop their left edge. Jenkins and McLean are scoring for free, and unfortunately, that's our defensively weak side. So, when you're scoring 8 seconds into a game and then you're letting the opposition score straight away in the next set, you can't be doing that in a final. And unfortunately, it is on that left edge for the attacking side, where the Panthers have all the pace and all the try-scoring ability.
Yeah.
And then you go to the other edge and you got Brian Toto there for sure, but that left edge is lethal. So that needs to be shut out completely. We will have no chance if teams are running in for free, like almost 3 times in a row doing the exact same move.
Yeah.
They'll just hit that edge all day. And it's going to be a very frustrating game to watch.
Yeah.
We also need to stop the unforced errors. When we get a set restart, don't knock the ball on.
That's been the storyline all season,
Which is unbelievable.
The set restarts and just making the most of a set restart.
I think at training, just keep hitting the bell.
Yeah.
Set
Ding,
restart
ding.
bell.
Oh, shit, we knocked it on. Okay, let's scrap that. When I ring the bell, do not knock it on.
Yeah. But I mean, it's the potential for something incredible playing at home at Mount Smart, stopping the 4P.
Yeah.
Panthers at home would be incredible. So it really depends. If they're
Okay.
up for it or not.
So here's the question, because I just thought about how unreal it would be at Mount Smart for a finals game against the 4P Panthers.
Mm.
Reverse the roles. Sky Stadium just held the All Black Springboks this weekend gone. This coming weekend up in Auckland, you've got Springboks versus the All Blacks at Eden Park. You've got the Warriors versus the Panthers. Are you still going Springboks, All Blacks over the finals for the Warriors at Mount Smart?
Do I get to go to either of those games? Do I get to go to Eden Park? Do I get to go to Mount Smart?
Hypothetical situation.
If we're flipping it.
You can't flip it back.
Well, if we're flipping it, then I'm going to the Warriors at Mount Smart, not going to the rugby. So,
Real?
in which case, no, I'm playing out the scenario.
Oh, okay.
In which case, you 100% watch the first half of the All Blacks, and then you just have it on the phone at the stadium. Or are you saying one or the other completely?
No, like you get to pick to go to one of the games
Oh, Eden Park all day, the Fortress.
Yeah.
100%.
over a finals game
It's
against the Panthers. Still clear.
It's still the same scenario. Yeah.
Okay.
If we were playing better and I felt more confident in it.
Yeah.
Even still, I don't think. I just paid $200 to go to Sky Stadium.
Yeah, true.
So let's put that into perspective. Now you're saying instead of the CakeTin, how about Eden Park?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Fair. Oh, I just thought I'd check. I just kind of wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
But
But I do love the Warriors very much.
yeah, that's kind of what
I
I
do
was,
love rugby league.
Yeah, that's why I
The
wasn't
refereeing, not
sure
so
where
much.
we'd go with it, but I thought I'd have to check. Your Daily M. Since the regular season is done, 27 rounds of rugby league in the book. Final series upon us. Who is your Daily M winner?
It's really hard. I have no idea. I think it has to be someone like, honestly, which I hate to say it, like a Tedesco in the Roosters. Their resurgence has been insane. I think
Yeah.
they won 5 of the last 6 to secure their top 8 spot.
Yep.
They have been the side to watch out for. Hughes obviously injured again.
Yep.
Unlucky. Pappenhausen has been pretty poor. I mean, Melbourne Storm have been pretty poor the last 2 games in particular, back-to-back losses.
Mm-hmm.
Bulldogs have a 50% win rate since Lachlan Galvin has joined them. They've really shot themselves in the foot, man. I don't know what they were up to. You had someone like Toby Sexton and Burton playing
A
world-class
combination.
footy. You were
that
top of
was
the
playing
table.
world-class football.
You're brigging Galvin, and now you're winning 50% of your games, and you're not looking like the strongest team you should be heading into the finals.
Yeah.
So it has to be someone in the Roosters for me. And I just go, well, probably Tedesco then.
I had one name on my list, and that was Tedesco.
Mm.
That
Well,
was
there you go.
so.
Halashima. Or give it to the rugby guy. Why not?
Yeah.
Give it to Big Mark, but he'll probably get Rookie of the Year or something, or Try of the Year.
So
Probably
can-
Try of the Year for him.
he'll get tried. Can Mark get Rookie of the Year? I saw something about he can't because he's played a
He played the
professional
game last season.
sport. Oh, did he?
Yeah, does that still count?
Yeah, I'd say so then. I
He
thought
came
it was
on
the
off the
fact that
bench.
he had played a professional sport in another code, and for some reason that
Oh, is it because he was at international? He played for the Wallabies. You
Yeah.
can't be a rookie if you were an international
Something
player.
like that, yeah.
That's fair then. Give it to Halasima all day.
oh,
All good.
Halasima for sure. When do they announce the awards? Is it after the finals? No, because you know you're Dally M before the grand final, don't you?
I think you do it.
Anyway,
All right, Tedesco it is then.
okay, unanimous. The 2 votes to Tedesco.
Which is crazy. I never thought I'd be saying that at this point of the year, but it's purely based on that resurgence and him leading the pack.
It feels so long ago that we're talking about Luke Metcalf being the Dally M leader.
And he was at the top. What could have been if he stayed fit?
We pulling up the NRL awards.
28th of September.
When's the final? When's the grand final? When is the big granny? The grand final is on the 5th of October.
Boom.
So we find out the Sunday. The prelims are on Friday the 26th. Sunday the 28th. We get the awards, and then the following Sunday is the grand final.
Oh, come on, the Warriors.
All right, the NFL kicked off over the weekend.
Oh, we also need a good ref too. I forgot about that.
What, for the Warriors, in order to beat the Panthers?
Correct.
Yeah, fair. NFL. We have been doing EPL editions of this Like It or Love It, but there was no EPL, so we're going to go to the NFL. Week 1. Bills-Ravens. You had said you were keeping your eyes on it because you were keen to watch this game. What did we work it out to be? It was going to be an Argentina versus Ireland.
That seemed like the matchup of the week for NFL.
Yep. What did you make of it?
NFL eye.
Did you like it, love it, loathe it from a non-NFL eye?
Oh, I like it. I want to love it, but the Bills were down. This was a great game. The link up between Josh Allen and Shaquille was sick. I was like, the Bills are going to come back. I just had this feeling.
Did you like it?
$4. I go, I'm going to back them here. And then I reminded myself, I'm working. And this is, even if they do win, it's not worth the conversations should something happen. So I decided not to bet on them. And then I felt pretty good about myself because I think Ravens then went back-to-back straight away or something like that. Or they scored a touchdown. This was after the second half.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They'd come on and then they scored pretty much straight away. I was like, all right, I don't feel so bad now.
Yeah. They got out to a 40-25 lead with 4 minutes on the clock.
Yeah. And then, Bills had 22 points in the fourth quarter. So it probably would have ballooned past $4. I didn't check.
It would have. With 4 minutes on the clock, down by 15.
But yeah, just purely, I only watched the first half and purely looking at that first half, I was like, Bills will bounce back.
Yeah.
And then I saw that touchdown to the Ravens, so I was like, okay, I'm good now.
The D-Hop touchdown.
And they did it. They pulled it back, 31-30. It's really was the matchup of the week, man. It was insane.
A great Sunday night football. And I'm going to say I love it because I loved that D-Hop touchdown. I loved the Derrick Henry, the king, taking off for massive 40-yard rips. 2 MVPs going at it. It was always going to be a shootout, and that is why we took over 50.5 in the total points to cash the multiverse. Even more reason to love it.
Massive.
Next
Get
one.
on the multiverse.
Yeah. That's what? 2 and 3? 2 and 3 weeks. Let's go.
40-20. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Dolphins. Oh, so many high-scoring games on the NRL as well.
Yeah, so your 40-20 hit.
Yeah. Very much so. The Hammer and Jake Everello, 2+ tries combined. I think Hammer did that on his own, even though Jake did score twice as well, I think.
So 4 tries combined?
They had 5.
Did the Hammer have a hat trick?
Yep.
What the heck?
And before he went off injured or whatever. And then the Dolphins to win 13+. But, the Raiders, for their young side, I think they're pretty stoked, scoring some tries in their green machine colours, so good on there.
Yep.
60 points on the board, and then that was backed up by the Eagles, scoring 66.
Yeah, crazy. Did Moses and Dylan Brown both score? I saw there was obviously there was
I know the Fox
together.
certainly did. Don't know about DB.
My
yeah,
50-22 didn't hit because Southland couldn't cover plus 13.5.
Oh.
But the ABs 1-12 got in, so again we're 1 for 2 there.
So yeah, multiverse, either team to win 7.5 in the AB's game. Dolphins to score. Oh, that was the other thing about the Dolphins. Dolphins to score in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Boom, they'd shifted it wide. Averello had the ball. This was like 5 minutes into the game. I was like, yes, this is going to go towards the 40-20. It's going to be the multiverse. And he knocks it on. And it's just like open pastures. I was like, oh, no. But then they scored, I think, in the 9th minute.
Is that what it was, 9?
Yeah. So I was watching very attentively. And then, that 2+ tries combined happened very easily. And then the Dolphins 13+. But the multiverse, that led into... What was the first one? I had Dolphins to score within the first 10.
Yeah. And then the AB's South Africa game, either team to win by 7.5.
Yep.
Which, again, was sweaty because South Africa down, by 14 at one point with about 10 to go, score. All right, we're back in 7. Let's do this.
Argentina plus 5.5.
That's what it was.
That went out to plus 6.5, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
But then I saw the Argentina at halftime. I was like, easy money. I was like, oh, wait, it's Australia, not easy money. Especially, how Australia can come back.
Yeah.
They certainly did it against the Springboks. Luckily, not by over 5.5 points. And then finishing, with the NFL game, man.
There was no doubt that there was going to be a
61 points.
shootout. This game's going to soar over on the chat. I was like, yeah, we got this. I was like kind of half not wanting to jinx it, but also half just
But you
being
did
like,
jinx it because Bills went for that 2-point. What was it?
2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
And I was like, just a field goal needed now.
And then they took it away. I was like, no. Jinx. I didn't know that could happen. I didn't know you weren't allowed to run out and then run back in.
Oh, yeah. So if you hit
strange.
so you're deemed out of play.
Even though you catch it in play. Interesting.
Yeah.
And you're not jumping out of play and jumping back in. You just got pushed out and then you ran back in. And you called it. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, so I initially thought, I was like, yep, all right, 27-20 because they'll knock the extra point over. Sweet. And then I was like, hang on, 2-point conversion. How good. Let's bring it to a field goal. Nail it. Yeah, sweet. Field goal needed. Nah, we'll take it off. Shit, we need a touchdown again. Luckily, there was 5 minutes to go in the third quarter still, so plenty of time. And, what a game that was. And $16 the multiverse.
And up the charges winning in Brazil.
Pat Mahomes is still a magician. It's just unfortunate.
Big Rog. Aaron.
Okay, wait. So
speaking of magicians.
Like it or love it, Aaron Rodgers' revenge game at MetLife Stadium. Going back to where he was 2 years ago when he did that ACL running onto the thing with Captain America, 41 years old, 4 touchdowns, 240 yards, 0 interceptions, beat the Jets 34-32.
Class.
What do you think of that one?
He was all class. I watched his little highlight reel from that game. That's not a 41-year-old, to tell you that much. He's throwing one-footed throws. He's just tossing him like free money. Obviously, it was a close game.
It was a good game.
But from that highlight package, I was like, he's played a good one here. And obviously against a side that didn't really back him when they had him. And he kind of spoke out about it too, I think. He was kind of saying, there were many people in that
organization
team or that organization that didn't think, I was good enough and thought I was past it. So
nice to get the win and rub it in.
Yeah.
But also, so Justin Fields, quarterback for the Jets, was a Steeler last year as well. So there was that narrative, both teams. Justin Fields played unbelievably well as well.
Yeah, very close game.
I think lots of Steelers fans are rooting for Justin Fields, just not when he plays the Steelers. That was going to be the game of the round up until Sunday Night Football happened.
And it almost was.
So like it, love it, loathe it. Aaron Rodgers.
I love it.
Yeah,
funny.
nice.
Yeah, it's good.
And then your last one, before a ball had even been snapped, Jalen Carter from the Eagles, returning fire, spitting on Dak Prescott, ejected before a ball had been snapped on the opening game of the new season.
I don't even think the Eagles had played for like 6 seconds. I don't think the game had lapsed 6 seconds.
No.
I got distracted there with James Fisher-Harris, 8-second try. That's also goated. But 6 seconds had passed of the game, and you have lost 2 players.
Yeah.
That is unheard of. That's got to be...
One through injury is crazy.
One through injury and one through someone spit. Like, how do you already have... How is there already banter going back and forth that causes you to spit on someone in 6 seconds of a game? How have you done your ACL in 6 seconds of a game? I'm assuming it was ACL.
I think so, yeah. I think he's been ruled out for the season already.
2 players in 6 seconds off the field.
So just off the kickoff and kick return, no play, offense runs onto the field, defense runs onto the field. Let's have an altercation. Divisional rivals.
In
so
6 seconds? What happened in 6 seconds that you need to spit on someone?
So Dak Prescott, he came out, he said, I spit anyway. Like, I just spit. It's a bad habit of mine. I don't like it, but I spit. And he's behind his 2 O-linemen. It's like he's got...
Good catch.
It's like he's got bodyguards there. And he's just talking to Jalen Carter, talking his shit. Spits. Because he spits. Jalen Carter's like, what? You spit at me? And there's a frame where it's just a massive loogie.
I thought it was gum until they slowed it down. I was like, oh, that's just straight spit.
And then the referee is right there. He goes, nah, throw the flag. Get out of here. You're gone. Crack up. Love it. Altercations all over the show in the NFL. There's been a fan banned from Bills Stadium because he shoved DeAndre Hopkins and then shoved Lamar Jackson, and then Lamar Jackson shoved him back. Oh, it's all go. The NFL is well and truly back, and the Chiefs, like you said. Yeah. Wow.
We'll see you next week.
That'll do us. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. They will win the AFC West. Don't worry about it.
Oh, jeez. Not in Brazil.
The hoodoo, voodoo, black magic doesn't work in the Southern Hemisphere. It is what it is. Thanks for listening.
Beautiful.
We'll see you on Thursday for our Odds On edition. We preview another massive weekend of sport. The EPL is back. Let's go!